Hello?
Hello, is that Caro?
Hello.
Hi, this is Lee here from Heartfm.
Hi.
Whereabouts are you at the moment? Are you actually in Amsterdam?
Yes, I'm at home.
Okay, well, thank you very much for agreeing to have a chat with us.
Okay.
Your album, which you've got out at the moment, is absolutely fantastic. We've had it as Album of the Week, the deleted scenes from a cutting room floor. But where did you get the inspiration for the tracks on the album? Because they are, shall we say, not exactly what you would get on a normal album.
No. Yeah, well, it's actually, it's quite a coincidence because the first single that we released in Holland, it's called Back It Up. That was actually a coincidence because I wasn't supposed to be the singer. I wasn't supposed to be the artist. I just sang the demo. And after that, we decided to release it as my own single. So and we all really loved it to make a whole album of it.
Right. Now, that track was actually destined for a Japanese pop group, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. But they didn't take it.
More fool them.
Yeah, definitely. But when we decided to make this album, then we thought it was fun to be inspired by YouTube, by the old big band movies, and we also used some scenes from old films, like films with Grace Kelly, for instance. So that's what we inspired the lyrics on.
Ah, right, okay. Now, you are one of the singers, I understand, in a close harmony vocal group from Amsterdam as well, Les.
Yeah, that's true. Les L, yes. That's what I did before, because right now I don't have time for that anymore, but yes.
You also teach in a singing school? Or you did?
Yeah. Also don't have time for that anymore. But that's what I actually did before, and I try to maintain it, but it's quite hard because we have a huge success in Holland, so there's barely any time to do that. But I used to teach a lot of singing, yes, for 5 or 6 years.
But I mean, jazz is basically where you're from, or at least the sort of big band jazz style, yeah?
Yeah. That's what I did, what I studied.
What inspired you to take up that type of music? Was it just a love of the big band sound, or?
Yeah, I guess so. What always frustrated me a little bit about the jazz studies that I followed, because I just wanted to be a singer, and I studied jazz, but that's when it gets really complicated. Yeah. Then it's always about the very intellectual, nice musical lines, and it's always so instrumental. And what I loved about jazz is this old-fashioned Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, and Frank Sinatra kind of big band stuff. Mm-hmm. And it seemed like it was always too simple for the level of my education.
Yeah.
So we actually took a step forward, and yeah, you didn't really use that. So I'm glad to finally do something with my original love for jazz.
Now, the whole thing with the album is, although it's a big band sound, when you sort of analyze it, it's not a huge band that's on there with you, is it?
Well, what we really wanted to do is have horns, at least, because that's typically big band. And I have 3 guys. I have 2 saxophones, 1 baritone, and a trumpet player, which already is a very big sound. And what we also wanted to do, because of a few reasons, is use a DJ instead of a drummer. So one reason is that I really didn't want to really be an old-fashioned band. I want to be a modern band with a wink to old-fashioned sounds. Yeah. And the other reason is that that gives us a way to use samples of old instruments and really maintain that characterful sound that we use on the album. So I think that's also the reason why we sound so big.
Yeah, it certainly works because it's a real sort of fusion sound.
Yeah.
And it seems as though there's quite a lot of this type of music coming out at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a track at the moment which is starting to get very, very popular by a band called somebody called Grammophonedzi, which I've got a feeling are certainly European. And
that doesn't ring a bell.
No, but it's the same type of thing. It's taking a very old tune and then mixing it with a DJ and presenting it in a sort of modern way, but still retaining the old band sound.
Yeah, I really like that.
I've got a feeling that this sort of music is really going to be quite big. Now, you've actually been working, obviously, in Holland with Dutch producers, but you've also been working with a Canadian songwriter.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, and he's been a very big part of the album because he's been writing along with every song, every single song. And he has never done that before. Because usually writers, they write like 3 or 4, so just a couple of songs from one album. And now we really use him as a partner in this. And what is very special about that is that you get to see his style in the lyrics that we use for every song. It's very special to work with.
Ah, it's great, isn't it, when you can bring other people in like that? Now,
yeah, really, really.